Everyone, and welcome to Briar Rose. Hi, and welcome to Briar Rose Cottage. I thought I'd bring you outside and have you keep me company while I did some weeding, and hopefully I don't knock over the camera. Attempting to clean up this one at least. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah. It's full of dandelions and other assorted weeds and tree seedlings. And are you alive? I don't know if you can see that. Daddy Longlegs in there. Right here, the blurry brown thing. Anyways, Daddy Longlegs are actually a land crustacean. Go over there. And they eat bugs and things. Yes, they chow down on bugs and things. But yes, just gonna try and get some of the larger stuff out of this bed. Ooh, caught to earthworm. Earthworms are good because they aerate your soil. And that's just a little one. But yeah, if you aren't busily, and I know some people do and they feel all right with it and it's their thing. But yeah, if you aren't busy putting pesticides and herbicides and everything in your gardens, you'll have all sorts of what they call fauna, garden fauna. And that's just bugs, and bugs are good because you want bees and things. You want your pollinators. You want your carnivores and things like that. I'm hoping to do a foraging video with you guys at some point, and a sort of a cats and crochet music montage. Take a bunch of pictures of the cats and marry it with a bunch of pictures of crochet projects that I've done. But you know, everybody hates dandelions, but apparently they're like a diuretic, which helps you pee, and they help you poop. But the leaves, if you get them when they're filigree green, even this big, you can use that in salad or on a sandwich, just like lettuce, or cook it up like spinach. It's got what I call a dark green taste, which, you know, I've never had kale, so I don't know what kale tastes like, but I've had arugula and spinach and beet tops, and it, if you like any of those types of things, then dandelion leaves are good. Apparently you can turn the roots, you dry it out, and I saw somewhere where it tastes like chocolate. So before the summer's over, I want to try that. And the flowers you can turn into wine. So if you're inclined to make your own. Just shifting on my mat here. There we go. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. It's just that dandelions can be very prolific, and so therefore they spread very easily. So this is by far the best way to do your weeding, is to find something to sit on and keep your butt dry if the weather so calls for it. It's been raining, a little bit of rain on and off for 2 days now. So it's a little damp on the grass, And I like digging out or cutting out dandelions, because if you don't get like at least, what is that, about 2 inches, at least 2 inches of the root, like the length of my finger, so maybe even 3, you will, it'll grow back. And that's why some of those, you know, you're spraying your weed killers. I've seen that. You know, people spraying with weed killers and turn around and they're back in a week. So for me, that's just a waste of money. You know, you just, if you dig them out and you don't break off the root, and you make sure that you get enough, and when I get a good one, I'll show you. Yeah, like I'm not even sure that much won't stop it from growing again, but definitely that could propagate from right there. But it's okay if you break them off. Like I've said before in the past, I like to have one exercise in futility, and I leave that for dandelions, because fighting weeds often it's a futile. And the harder you work, the harder they fight back, you know, type thing. Lots of worms in here. That's cool. Worms are such a good thing. Earthworms are such a good thing. Do you remember that song from when we were kids? Nobody loves me, everybody hates me, I'm gonna go out and eat worms. Well, obviously, whoever did that song has never actually probably eaten worms. I have never eaten worms. Yeah, okay, so that's a good piece of root. This one won't come back. And like I said, at least 3 inches. This one's not quite 3 inches. But this one might not come back. But yeah, every so often now, as I'm digging through my garden and I'm putting all this dandelion stuff in my compost, I'm like, whoa, hey, look at this worm. Hey, that's a good one. That's a good worm. And that is the thing about outside gardening. You can't be afraid of bugs. You know, it just can't. Ow, did I get a pricker? Maybe. But I do not have the best dirt in here. One day I'd like to have really good dirt. It's very clay in nature. But yes, I can imagine that some people would be looking at me going, you're throwing all your salad veggies away. With all the dandelions going there. But I got lots. I have a whole yard full if I want dandelions or anything. But all this lovely green goes in compost and helps to break things down because it's wet. But yeah, the best day to go out and weed is probably after you've either watered or it's rained, because the ground has a tendency to be more loose, and then you're not fighting it. And like, I use a knife, or in the garden I use a trowel. In the yard I often use a knife. To dig out weeds. It's just easier than sitting there and yanking on my back and yanking on my back and yanking on my back. Because I tell you, after I've done all this, I hurt. But when you have fibro and arthritis, which is kind of funny because arthritis is labeled, fibro is labeled as a arthritis. There is no gain without pain. Like, everything you do hurts. So I can sit in the house and do nothing except for maybe go for a little walk here and there, and some yoga and some stretching, and just relax. Or I can get out in my gardens and do my things and have flowers. I really love gardening. I love being outside, especially in the summer. I might have to do it at later in the evening because, fair-haired child. I will never lie about my hair color. It comes from Box. Either Garnier, one of the Garniers, or Nice and Easy, Claro. Yeah. But yeah, if you garden, weeding goes with gardening. It's just a thing. My friend the onion seems to be. The onions have gone crazy this year. I just put them in. Onions are supposed to help control ants and things like that. I haven't seen it, but it does give me green onions. I don't have to buy green onions at all. You just take a piece that doesn't have one of these things on it and cut it off and take it inside, and you can put it in your salad. And some of my onions grown in the garden are from kitchen onions. Just let the root end alone and left it. And then when it made roots, I put it in the dirt, or I just stuck it in the dirt and went from there. I'm just a little tired today. Let's see. There we go. Oh, phooey. So yeah, just digging in the garden today. It's not the only spot that needs to be done, but I thought I'd start here. Plants are on clearance now, so got a bunch when we went and did grocery shopping today. Got a bunch more, and got a bunch the other day, so I've got a bunch of other stuff planted. And I will definitely have to water tomorrow, because opening up the ground like this, it'll dry out faster. least halfway done, if not more, with this patch, which is good because it's already after 7. Oh. So much grass. No love for grass anymore. I like to have a little patch, and I've decided to have out front where I've got the bench, I'm gonna, instead of doing a cement pathway thingy, because I got all 3 of my things from Wisher here now, less than $60 for all 3 of them. I'll just leave a piece of grass there. It's something that I can manage with my rotor and motor, that Me-Power mower. Because yes, in order for me to have good grass, I'd have to pull it all up and resod and the whole 9 yards. I have birds, I'm feeding birds, so they more than likely would eat all my seed if I tried to do seed. But my yard is very full of weeds. And it just costs too much to water grass. And to have a good lawn, you know, I wouldn't be in love. Whoops, broke Sid off. Oh, you go here, I'll bury you. Let you go back in. Maybe they'll grow more onions, and then I can move it someplace else. But for me to have, yeah, that beautiful, beautiful lawn that you see on the TV and everything, I'd have to spend a ton of money I'm not willing to spend. I'd rather buy flowers. You know, you can't see the grass in the wintertime. We get snow here, so no point. Might as well just have flowers. There. Just digging and digging and digging. And that's what I got now so far. Oh, phooey. Phooey, 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 phooey. You go up here, because my poppies have come and they're gone and they're getting ready. They've made seed heads. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on them and collect the seeds. I think you can eat those ones too. Probably. I don't think it's any special poppy that, you know, when you buy poppy seeds in the store. I could be wrong. Okay, sunflower. This is me digging. Okay, I think this would be easier back here, maybe. Can I still reach back here? Well, that is a start. There we go. Oh, that's better. It's not perfect, but there we go. And here at the cottage, we don't believe in perfection. Well, Dave might, but I don't. It's too hard to be perfect, and I know as an artist it can be extremely hard for me not to be judgmental and go, why is this not perfect, but I found that trying to live in the perfect meant I spent too much time focusing on the wrong things. And the more anyone who paints knows that it is very easy to go from this looks okay to, oh my god, what the hell did I do? Yeah, there. So that piece is basically done. There's still stuff in there, but I'll get that later as we move down. And so we'll put the camera right here so we can still hear me, because I don't have any kind of other speakery type things, microphones type things. It smells like onions in here because I've clipped them. Oh, grass, and more grass. I'm trying to be very careful where the lemon balm is, which is right here. There's lemon balm came back because there's little lemon balms in there, which means it went to seed. And it's doing its thing. Baby onions, lots and lots of baby onions, always all over the place in my gardens now. Just move them around when I dig them up. Oh. But yeah, it's good to go out and do a bit of a weed every so often. Like, I'm not out here every night in the same spot just digging and digging and digging. Stop it. You guys are getting so beat up. Oh well. I go and I do what I call puttering. You know, I go out when you feel like it and you go clean it up, because that's been forever and it's time. Oh, there you go. Oh, phooey. Oh, my back. So we'll just take a little sit here. Whoops. Just a little sit here and let my back rest. As you can see, in about 25 minutes, well, I hope you can see, at the back there is sunflowers and poppies. Just doing a little video like this in about 25 minutes. I got all that done. Oh. And it is that simple, and it's a great way to just sort of sit and relax, you know. And if you don't have time to sit and dig, sometimes I don't because I have lots to do, I just come out and rip the tops off everything. You definitely don't get rid of anything that way. It will grow back in defiance, and sometimes grow twice as big in its little defiance. But at least for a few minutes, the garden looks good. And that's what's important. And while the weeds are all focusing on trying to regrow, ouch, Just hit myself in the head with the onion. Boop, boop, boop. It's not busy trying to make flowers and then make seeds. So that's cool. That works too. Oh. But yeah, this is really bad in here. Very overgrown. I'm trying to be careful so I don't pull my poppies up. So I would like the seeds. I should do that tonight. I should make a lemon poppy seed cake. I've got kitchen poppy seeds from forever ago. That could probably be used up. There we go. Now I can see my lemon balm. Lemon balm. I'm so happy it came back. You know, when the plant looks half dead, it's really hard to tell. And it did take a bit for it to come back. Oh. Pull that off. Put that in there. So I wasn't 100% successful in not yanking up baby lemon balm, but I was semi-successful in doing it. So I really do hope that everybody is doing okay and that life is treating you kind and you're treating yourself kind. And remember, be proud of yourself. You know, if you're having a bit of a hard time, don't push, but do. Pick what you can do that day and do it. Oh crap, it pulled poppies up. Oh well, we'll just put those in there. Oh, it's so overgrown in here anyways. But yes, so, you know, you got out of bed today and ate something and sort of got dressed and talked to people on your cell phone, like via messaging or something, and you didn't spend too much time on social media, pat yourself on the back and be proud of yourself. Because that's a good thing. I find some days on a bad day, that's how I know I'm having a bad day. I spend far too much time either on Facebook, just zoned out on Facebook, or playing my games. It's one of the reasons why I garden, because it gets me out of the house type thing. So peace, love, and happiness, and bye for now from the Briar Rose Cottage piece of garden, and I will talk at you in the next video. Bye!